And look at that, only 300 search results. And if we scroll down, there's actually quite a lot of low BSRs in this. Today, I'm really excited to show you an amazing free research method that can help you find low competition evergreen niches. And I found this method on another YouTube channel called Income Stream Surface, and he's really good for finding niches and keywords and that sort of stuff. So definitely make sure to check out his channel because he's got some awesome content. So the tool we're going to be using today is called SEO Stack, and this is a Chrome extension, as you can see right here, and I will leave the link to this in the description. All you have to do is add it to your browser, and then once you click on the icon, this page right here will open. And the way this works is you give SEO Stack a seed keyword, and then you can select which sources it sort of runs through. So we could do Google, we could do Amazon, eBay, we can just do one at a time, and it's going to essentially look through those sources for keywords, search phrases that people have typed in that they actually want to buy. And that is really handy because it gives you tons and tons of new ideas. And I found, like in the past half an hour, I found multiple low competition niches that are actually getting sales. So let's start off with I like beer and. Now you don't want to necessarily type in something too broad like just beer on its own, because that's going to give you a lot of results like beer t-shirt or beer mug. You know, you can do that, of course. You might find some ideas, but having something a bit more specific, like a scalable phrase in a sense, is going to be more effective. So let's try this one. You hit start right here at the bottom left, and then it's going to search for a little while and bring back lots of different keywords that are related to your seed keyword. Right, and there we go. It's found 36, and all of these are keywords that are actually being typed in that people are looking for. So just scroll through these, take a look at what there is. Not all of these are going to be amazing, but you just have to eventually try out one of them and just search it on Amazon. For example, I like beer and horse racing and maybe 3 people. Let's copy that phrase and head over to the merge research tool. This will also be linked in the description. It's also free to use. Paste the search term we found into here and then hit search. So to begin with, it says 66 results, which is usually not very accurate because you still have to go into the link and delete minus keywords orca. Then hit enter, and now we're getting 622 results, which is still pretty decent. That's not a very big niche. And if we scroll down a little bit, the first row is full of designs that are actually getting sales. All of these have reviews, and the first one has actually got a 675 KBSR, which is really good. 27 reviews. This shirt is probably selling around once a day, sometimes twice a day, so that's really good. I know some of the other ones here have got higher BSRs, but if we scroll down, we can see that a lot of these products have sold before and have got reviews, so there's definitely potential right here. Once you're back in the tool, you want to head down to the bottom and click clear. That way it's going to delete the previous results, and then you can type in a new seed keyword up here. So let's try weekend forecast. That's sort of an interesting design concept that might work for various different niches. Hit start once again, and let's see what the tool brings back. Here we go. It's found 40 results. We've got weekend forecast, golf with a chance of beer, camping with a chance of beer, lots of those sort of scalable phrases. And by the way, just a quick tip, you could also delete some of these. Let's say you don't like this keyword, you could delete it. And the idea with that is, in the end, you could export this as a spreadsheet at the bottom. So export as CSV, and then you've got it on your PC, you've got it saved and backed up, and you might even be able to, you know, quickly use all of the keywords that you have in the list and paste them into a design. So let's say we'll try and do some research into one of these phrases. We've got weekend forecast, cigars with a chance of whiskey. Let's just copy that phrase, head back into merge research, delete minus keywords equals orca, and we've once again got 600 results for this niche. And if we scroll down, some of these shirts are doing extremely well. Now, some of them say bourbon and scotch. That's definitely worth considering. So these are not all directly whiskey, but look, the best one in terms of BSR right here in the first row, 241 KBSR, is cigars and whiskey. So definitely really good potential here in a fairly small niche. Quite a few of them also have decent amount of reviews, which is always a good indicator that there is lots of sales volume happening in this niche, because not a lot of people leave a review, right? Like out of 100 people, if I had to guess, like 10 maybe leave a review if you're lucky. So this might be an interesting sub niche once again, but let's try typing in a keyword that's quite broad and actually finding an idea through that. So if we clear these results once again, let's look into the introverted niche, because there's a lot of t-shirts that do well and for introverts. And if we type that in and hit start, let's see what it comes back with. You can already see that there's lots of these introverted but willing to discuss phrases. That's a scalable one, and it works, as you can see, with tons of topics. We've got ants, astronomy, dogs, books. Like these bigger topics like books and dogs, they're probably overdone, but I'm sure we can find a smaller sub niche or evergreen niche right here. But let's have a look into this one right here, introverted but willing to discuss 90s R&B. That sounds interesting. Might not be as obvious as some of the other examples right here, but let's copy that phrase, paste it into merge research and hit search. Delete minus keywords orca, and look at that, only 300 search results. And if we scroll down, there's actually quite a lot of low BSRs in this, which is amazing. Definitely tons of potential for sales here, and it is evergreen. This could do well all year round. We've got a lot of hoodies selling right now that are ranking at the top with like a 700, 600k BSR. Scrolling down further, is there some t-shirts? Yes, there's a few t-shirts selling in this niche as well, and none of them are like very spectacular in terms of the design. Very sort of simple text-based stuff that's selling, which also suggests that there's potential to enter this niche. If you create a nice design that stands out, you don't have too much competition in terms of design quality. And scrolling down further, I mean, tons of these t-shirts are getting sales, some of them more than others, but there's definitely a lot of evidence that there's potential here, and the results are very low. So I've also gone ahead and thrown together a quick t-shirt design for this niche, just so you get an example, an idea. I saw a boombox on one of those designs, and I thought that's a good concept to go off because it suits the music or the retro music style. This boombox right here, this graphic, is from Creative Fabrica. I think it looks really great with a sort of vintage color scheme as well. I will leave a link to that in the description to this graphic if you want to use it yourself. And then I just added some text at the top and bottom and matched it with the colors. And in case you're wondering what these fonts are, this is Batufat script. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm pretty sure this is a free font. I will leave a link to that in the description as well if I remember. And the next one is called Retro Stereo Wide, which once again I think is free. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's a free font. I will leave a link in the description. And last but not least, what I did is I added a texture effect to this. So if I take that off, this is it without, and that's it with the texture, which adds like a bit of a more retro vintage feel to this design, which I think suits really well. This is in Photoshop, but you could do the same design if you get the graphic and the fonts. You could do that in Photopea as well. Now I would recommend coming up with some of your own design ideas on top of that, not just copying this style. I mean, it's not the best design in the world. It's just something I quickly put together as an example, but you could do the same thing in Photopea for free. You don't need to use Photoshop. I think this graphic from Creative Fabrica you should also be able to get for free because they usually do a trial month. So definitely make sure to check out SEO Stack. It's such a cool tool that makes it relatively easy to find evergreen niches with low competition, and I hope you can find some of your own as well. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out this one next if you want to learn how to find scalable design ideas and niches.